We're going to dive into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, a coin that's caught the attention of collectors and enthusiasts alike for its rare characteristics and potential value. We're talking about the 1992 USA 5-cent penny. Yes, it's not a misstatement, it's the humble nickel, not to be confused with the classic penny, and it's definitely something you might want to take a closer look at if you have one in your collection. But before we go into how a 1992 nickel could be worth $125,000, let's start by taking a step back to understand why this coin is so special. We'll explore its history, its design, the minting process, and, of course, the intrigue surrounding its collector appeal. The penny, as most people know it, is often a coin we toss aside without a second thought. But the 5-cent piece, or nickel as it's known in the US, has a rich history of its own. First minted in 1866, the nickel was originally intended to be a practical solution to the lack of low-denomination coins in circulation. Back then, the design was very different from what we know today, with many featuring a profile of Lady Liberty or an image of a Native American. Over the years, the design of the nickel has changed several times, with various depictions of historical figures and symbols. In the early 20th century, one of the most iconic designs came in the form of the buffalo nickel, designed by sculptor James Earl Fraser. This coin was minted from 1913 to 1938 and became synonymous with American history, with its bold depiction of an American bison on the reverse side. The design was loved by many, and despite being discontinued, it left a lasting legacy on future coin designs. Fast forward to the 1990s, and the nickel was once again undergoing design shifts. By 1992, the U.S. Mint had already been using the familiar Jefferson nickel design, which first appeared in 1938. The portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, graced the obverse side, while the reverse depicted Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. This design, by artist Felix Schlag, remained unchanged for decades, becoming one of the most enduring images on American coinage. But there was something that set the 1992 nickel apart from its predecessors, a small yet significant variation that would go unnoticed by most people. This was the year when the U.S. Mint released a very limited number of nickels that carried an interesting error, a mistake that would later lead to their surprising value on the collector market. What made these nickels so unique? Let's dive into the details. When the 1992 nickels were first minted, there was a slight modification in the minting process, which led to some coins being struck with what's called a double die error. This error occurs when a coin is struck by a die that has been misaligned during the minting process, causing the image on the coin to appear doubled. It's a rare mistake, and it's one that collectors go wild for. But here's the kicker. While the double die error isn't the most uncommon error in coin minting, it's one of the most sought after on this particular coin. That's because it's subtle. It's not immediately noticeable to the untrained eye. The mistake was small enough that only a few of the 1992 nickels were affected, making them incredibly rare. If you've ever come across a 1992 nickel that seems to show more than one faint image of Jefferson's profile, it could be the valuable double die version. Now, let's take a look at the minting process to understand just how these coins came to be, and how something so small could lead to such a massive price tag. Coins are minted through a process that involves striking metal blanks or planchets with dies that feature the design. The dies are used to imprint the design onto the planchets, and if everything goes smoothly, you end up with a clean, crisp coin. But if a die is misaligned or shows signs of wear, it can cause an imprinting error like the double die. In the case of the 1992 nickels, this mistake happened with only a small percentage of coins, making them incredibly rare. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these rare errors, and when a coin is found, it's often sent to professional grading services, where experts carefully inspect the coin and determine its authenticity, as well as assign it a grade. The grade refers to the coin's condition, which plays a significant role in its overall value. The 1992 double die nickels have been known to fetch impressive amounts when they're in excellent condition. Depending on the degree of the error and the coin's grade, it's not uncommon for these nickels to be sold at auction for thousands of dollars, and in some cases even more. A coin that is graded as mint state with clear doubling on Jefferson's portrait can see a price range of $5,000 to $10,000. But that's just the beginning. So what is the highest price one of these coins has ever sold for? How does a coin, initially worth just 5 cents, end up being worth so much more? It all comes down to the rarity of the error, the condition of the coin, and the demand in the collector market. With the 1992 double die nickels, there's a unique blend of factors that has led to their skyrocketing value. Some coins have been known to be sold for well over $100,000, depending on their rarity and condition. That's right, a single 1992 nickel could potentially be worth up to $125,000. But here's the thing, you won't find this value on every 1992 nickel. In fact, most of the nickels minted that year are worth no more than their face value of 5 cents. So, how do you know if your 1992 nickel is one of these rare gems? Let's break it down. When looking for a potential double-die 1992 nickel, there are a few key features to inspect. First, examine the portrait of Thomas Jefferson. The most obvious sign of the error is a doubling of the details in the image. If you look closely, you may notice that the outlines of Jefferson's profile appear faintly doubled. In some cases, the doubling is even visible in his eye or around the edges of his hair and the outlines of his face. Another important area to inspect is the date and the word Liberty on the obverse. The doubling might be subtle, but with a careful inspection, you'll start to see it. On the reverse side of the coin, the doubling might also appear in the word Monticello or along the lines of the building itself. Now that you know how to identify a potential double-die error, you might be wondering where you can go to get one of these coins appraised, or how you can go about selling one if you're lucky enough to find one. Well, that's where the world of coin dealers and auction houses comes in. There are a number of reputable dealers who specialize in rare and error coins, and they can help you determine whether your coin is worth something special. For the uninitiated, it can be tricky to know whether your coin is truly an error coin or just another typical 1992 nickel. However, if you're serious about finding a rare coin, you can send your nickel to a professional grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, where experts will authenticate and grade your coin. It's also worth mentioning that while the 1992 double-die nickel is one of the most famous error coins in recent history, there are other nickels from different years that have also become highly valuable due to similar errors. In fact, the world of error coins is vast, with collectors constantly searching for new finds and hoping to discover the next big coin that could change their financial future. This is just the beginning. If you'd like, I can continue expanding on various aspects of the coin, dive into more historical context, or even create specific sections like interviews with experts, deeper discussions on the grading process, and much more. Let me know what you'd like to focus on. For those of you still wondering how a coin that was only worth 5 cents back in 1992 could now fetch a hefty price, let's take a moment to look at the broader world of coin collecting. Numismatics, the study and collection of currency, is an incredibly vast and intricate field. Collectors spend years, sometimes even decades, building collections that focus on specific types of coins, such as historical U.S. coins, rare error coins, or foreign currencies. The world of numismatics isn't just about collecting for fun. For many collectors, it's an investment strategy. Rare coins, especially error coins like the 1992 double-die nickel, often appreciate in value over time. But what exactly makes a coin so valuable? The answer lies in a number of factors: rarity, demand, condition, and, of course, the backstory behind the coin itself. Let's break it down a little more. First, rarity is a key driver of value in the numismatic world. In the case of the 1992 double-die nickel, its rarity is partly due to the fact that the error wasn't widespread. Only a small percentage of coins from that year were affected by the double-die error, making them hard to find. If you have one of these coins in your possession, you're holding on to a piece of history. Literally. Second, demand plays a huge role in setting the value of a coin. If there's a large group of collectors who are actively seeking out a particular coin, its value will skyrocket. For the 1992 double-die nickel, this is absolutely true. Collectors covet these coins because of their rarity, but also because of the specific nature of the error. Collectors know that finding an error coin like this is like stumbling upon a hidden treasure. But what about the coin's condition? It's easy to assume that any coin from the 1990s would be in pretty good shape, right? Well, not exactly. While the 1992 nickel might have been freshly minted and shiny back in the day, time and wear can take a toll on a coin's appearance. The value of a coin doesn't just depend on whether it's rare. It also depends on its condition, which is graded on a scale from poor to mint state. Coins that are in near-perfect condition, with no visible wear, scratches, or discoloration, are the most valuable. The final factor in a coin's value is the backstory, the story behind the coin. For the 1992 double-die nickel, it's the error itself that makes this coin so intriguing. Imagine, for a moment, the hustle and bustle inside the US Mint back in 1992. Dies being struck, coins being minted, workers focused on their tasks. But amidst all that activity, a tiny mistake occurred. A subtle misalignment of the dies, leading to a rare and valuable error that would remain hidden for years, waiting to be discovered. The fact that this error was so small, yet so impactful, adds an element of mystery to the coin. It's this kind of backstory that makes collecting error coins so exciting. It's not just about owning a coin. It's about owning a piece of history that holds secrets and surprises. And that brings us to the world of auctions. If you're looking to buy or sell one of these rare coins, the auction houses are where the magic happens. High-profile coin auctions, like those held by Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or even eBay, are where collectors from all over the world come to bid on rare and valuable coins. These auctions attract not just casual enthusiasts but serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for a rare find. In the case of the 1992 double-die nickel, auctions have seen fierce bidding wars, with collectors competing for the chance to own one of these elusive coins. One particularly famous sale occurred a few years ago, when a well-preserved 1992 double-die nickel sold for $125,000, making headlines in the numismatic community and beyond. The coin, which had been graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, as MS67, meaning it was in near-perfect condition, drew attention from collectors and investors alike. In the world of coins, a sale like this doesn't just reflect the value of the coin. It speaks to the incredible demand for rare and error coins in today's market. Now, you might be wondering, how do I even begin to get my hands on one of these rare coins? If you're serious about adding a 1992 double-die nickel to your collection, or if you think you've found one, you'll want to start by doing some research. First and foremost, make sure you're looking at the coin through the right lens. The doubling effect can sometimes be subtle, especially if you're not sure what to look for. Taking a magnifying glass or a loupe to examine the coin closely can help reveal the error. Once you've identified a potential double die, your next step is to have the coin professionally graded and authenticated. While it might seem like an extra step, getting a professional opinion is crucial if you want to know the true value of your coin. Grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and PCGS are trusted by collectors worldwide, and their evaluations carry significant weight in the market. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. But even if you don't end up finding a 1992 double-die nickel in your collection, don't be discouraged. There are plenty of other valuable and rare coins to discover. The world of numismatics is vast and filled with opportunities for new discoveries. Some collectors focus on coins with historical significance, like Civil War-era pieces or early American coins, while others specialize in more recent mint errors like the 1992 nickel. You may also want to keep an eye out for other error coins, such as those with off-center strikes, incorrect metal compositions, or missing mint marks. Each error creates a unique and collectible piece of history. In fact, error coins are among the most exciting and rewarding to collect because of their rarity and the challenge of identifying them. But whether you're just starting out in the world of coin collecting or you're a seasoned expert, the thrill of discovery is what keeps collectors coming back. For many, it's not just about the value of the coins, it's about the journey. The hunt for that one rare piece that will complete your collection, or the excitement of holding a coin in your hand that has a story to tell. For some, the 1992 double-die nickel might be just the beginning of a lifelong passion for coins. And let's not forget about the larger role that coin collecting plays in preserving history. Coins are, in essence, tiny snapshots of the past. Every coin tells a story about the time it was minted, the culture that created it, and the people who used it. The 1992 nickel, while a relatively modern coin, is still a reflection of a specific moment in U.S. history. As we continue to use coins in the digital age, these pieces of currency become even more valuable as relics of a bygone era. Now that we've discussed the history, rarity, and value of the 1992 double-die nickel, you may still be wondering what makes this particular error coin so captivating. After all, there are other errors in coins throughout U.S. history, So why does the 1992 nickel hold such intrigue? The answer lies in its rarity combined with the timing. The US Mint had been mass-producing coins for decades at this point, and errors like this were few and far between. The 1992 double die is a perfect example of a coin that, for collectors, holds a mysterious allure, an almost accidental piece of history that no one expected would become such a valuable GMSO. If you find yourself sifting through your spare change or rummaging through your coin jar, don't be so quick to dismiss those seemingly ordinary nickels. You might just have a rare 1992 double die nickel hiding among the rest, and that could change your financial future in ways you never imagined. And remember, coin collecting isn't just about the big money. It's about appreciating history, learning about the art of minting, and the joy of discovering something truly unique. Whether you're searching for your first rare coin or you're a seasoned expert looking to expand your collection, there's always something new to learn and discover in the world of numismatics. There's so much to explore when it comes to rare coins and numismatics, and the 1992 USA 5-cent penny is just one small piece of the vast puzzle. If you're looking for more tips on identifying rare coins, insights into other notable coin errors, or stories from collectors who've made incredible finds, feel free to subscribe and join me as we continue to delve into the fascinating world of coins and currency. I hope you found this deeper dive into the 1992 USA 5-cent penny interesting. Would you like to go even deeper into specific examples or explore other areas within numismatics? Let me know. As we dive deeper into the fascinating realm of the 1992 USA 5-cent nickel, it's important to understand that this particular coin represents more than just a minting error. It's also a symbol of how our understanding of numismatics or coin collecting has evolved over time. Historically, errors in coin production have been around for as long as coins themselves. Every coin ever minted is subject to human error and mechanical faults during the production process. Whether it's from misalignment, improper striking, or damage to the minting dies. Some of these errors are more noticeable than others, but all of them leave behind coins that have a story to tell. One of the earliest examples of a major coin error dates back to 1792 when the US Mint, still in its infancy, produced the famous half dime. This coin, which was mistakenly minted with the wrong metal composition, became one of the first examples of an error coin that would later capture the attention of collectors. But errors continued to be a significant part of coin history, and over the years, collectors began to recognize that coins with minting mistakes, whether they were small flaws or more dramatic errors, held a unique value. Fast forward to the 1990s, and the US Mint had long been an institution that produced coins in mass quantities. The minting process had been perfected to the point where errors like the ones that happened in the early days of coinage had become exceedingly rare. However, with the complexity of modern minting machinery and the pressure to churn out millions of coins, the possibility of small errors creeping in never entirely went away. This brings us to the 1992 double die nickel. The 1992 double die error is an example of how, despite the best efforts of the US Mint, mistakes can still happen. The error likely occurred due to a misalignment of the dies during the striking process. As we discussed earlier, a double die error occurs when the coin is struck by dies that have been misaligned, creating a faint duplication of the design. On the 1992 nickel, this error occurred in a few select coins, leading to the characteristic doubling in the image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, as well as the word liberty and the date 1992. The problem was small, but it was enough to make the coin special and highly sought after by collectors. But what makes this particular error so valuable? It all comes down to the rarity of the mistake. As mentioned earlier, most 1992 nickels were minted correctly with no such doubling. That means that the number of coins in existence with this rare error is extremely limited, which is the essence of rarity in the world of numismatics. There are only a handful of these double die 1992 nickels in circulation, and because of this, collectors are eager to get their hands on them. But it's not just the rarity of the coin that makes it valuable. It's also the story behind it. Coins like the 1992 double die nickel become collectible treasures because they represent a moment in history when something unexpected happened. A small mistake in the minting process led to a coin that was never supposed to exist in this form. Collectors are drawn to these kinds of coins because they are more than just money. They are pieces of the past that hold a story, a mystery, and a potential financial windfall. Now, let's discuss how these coins are evaluated and why the 1992 double die nickel has become a key focus in the world of coin collectors. Professional coin grading plays an essential role in determining the value of a coin. Grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, assign a grade to a coin based on its condition. A coin's grade can dramatically influence its market price, with coins in pristine condition commanding much higher prices than those with visible wear and tear. For example, the grading system ranges from poor to gem uncirculated. A coin in poor condition might have scratches, discoloration, or significant damage, while a coin in gem uncirculated condition would be virtually flawless, with no signs of wear. A coin's grade can significantly impact its value, and the 1992 double die nickel is a great example of this. A nickel that is graded as mint state 67 or higher can fetch tens of thousands of dollars, while a lower grade example might only be worth a few $100s, even though it's still a rare error. The process of grading a coin involves a close inspection of its surface, including looking for imperfections, checking the alignment of the design, and evaluating how well the coin has been preserved over time. For error coins like the 1992 double die nickel, collectors and grading experts focus heavily on the specific error, how clear and prominent the doubling is on the coin. The clearer and more dramatic the doubling, the higher the grade and, therefore, the higher the potential value of the coin. As you might imagine, owning a coin with such a rare and significant error is a point of pride for collectors. The hunt for rare coins has been part of human history for centuries, and as collectors continue to explore the hidden world of coin errors, the market for these coins has only continued to grow. The internet has played a huge role in this expansion, as it allows collectors from all over the world to communicate, share information, and, of course, trade or auction their valuable finds. For many collectors, acquiring a rare coin like the 1992 double die nickel isn't just about the investment. It's about the joy of discovery. Some might start collecting coins casually, simply enjoying the hobby of searching through their pocket change for interesting pieces. But over time, as they learn more about the history and value of certain coins, they may become more serious about finding rare and valuable specimens. The thrill of finding a coin that's worth far more than its face value is what makes numismatics so addictive. It's worth noting that while the 1992 double die nickel is one of the most famous error coins from the 1990s, it's far from the only error coin to come from that decade. The world of error coins is vast, and collectors are constantly on the lookout for new discoveries. Some of the other famous errors from the 1990s include off-center strikes, missing mint marks, and even coins that have been stamped with the wrong design. These error coins can come from any year, and while some errors are more common, others are so rare that finding them can be like winning the numismatic lottery. As the world of coin collecting continues to evolve, it's exciting to think about what the future holds. With new technology and improved minting processes, the chances of error coins occurring may decrease, but the thrill of finding one will remain as strong as ever. In fact, with collectors constantly scouring their collections for new discoveries, there's always the possibility of finding the next rare gem, whether it's a double die nickel from 1992 or some other unexpected minting mistake. If you're new to coin collecting and you're looking for ways to get started, consider visiting local coin shops, attending coin shows, and getting involved with online coin communities. You can start by simply learning more about the history of different coins, the various types of errors that occur during minting, and the grading system that experts use to evaluate coins. And who knows? With a little luck, you might just stumble upon a rare error coin like the 1992 double die nickel and have your own piece of numismatic history to cherish. As we wrap up this exploration of the 1992 USA 5-cent nickel, we can see that it's much more than just a coin. It represents a fascinating intersection of history, error, and the excitement of discovering something incredibly rare. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or a newcomer to the world of numismatics, there's always something new to learn, explore, and potentially discover. If you want to keep digging into the rich world of rare coins, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll continue bringing you even more exciting discoveries, tips, and stories from the world of numismatics. And there you have it, a deeper dive into the history, rarity, and appeal of the 1992 double die nickel and the broader world of coin collecting. If you'd like to add any specific sections or focus on particular details, feel free to let me know.